You shouldn't use your brain when you don't need to. Because when you do, you become weak. Let me give you some examples. Imagine you're eating at a restaurant and one of your dishes hasn't arrived yet. You've been waiting for a long time, so you tell the waiter that one of your dishes is missing. The waiter smiles and asks which dish it is. If you consult your menu and tell him which dish it is, he gets the answer without having to use his brain, and he becomes the strong one while you become the weak one. Here's another example. Let's say you're a boss and one of your subordinates wrote a report with several typos. You tell your subordinate that there are typos in the report, and he asks you which words are wrong. If you point out the mistakes, you become the weak one, and he becomes the strong one. Or let's say you have a task, but your colleague doesn't want to do it and tells you to do it instead. You come up with several reasons to explain that it's not your job, but he still insists. At this point, you become the weak one, and he becomes the strong one. Now, I have to admit, we don't want to be overbearing people. We just want others to do their job well. But in order to make them do so, we have to learn some assertive techniques. The book, When I Say No, I Feel Guilty, by Manuel J. Smith is a high-quality guide that teaches you various ways to be assertive in different situations, such as when your boss asks you to work overtime or when a relative asks to borrow money. If you're struggling with these kinds of problems, read this book. When you feel that someone is not doing their job properly and is instead trying to make you use your brain, you have 3 things to say. The first one is, I don't know. You can tell the waiter, I don't know which dish is missing. You go check. The second one is, think about it. Look for it yourself. You can tell your subordinate, think about it. Look for the mistake yourself. The third one is, no, I can't do it. If someone is pushing you to do something, just say, no. You don't need to give a reason, and don't feel guilty. Let them use their own brains. It's good for them.